This is Jay Teaches Reading for All, Lesson 41, a lesson in which we'll find out that G can make the J sound in certain situations. I have not mentioned for a while, and we very probably have some new teachers, parents, tutors, that I have available a hard copy of this program. It comes in a 3-ring binder, and it's got about 125 pages in it altogether. At the end are 9 CDs. So it's on CDs. Now, teachers who are familiar with teaching phonetics, they probably won't even need the CDs, but they're there because many teachers are not familiar with how to teach reading phonetically because it's not been taught very much in our schools in the last, I don't know how many years, 30 years maybe. Okay, if you want to order and you live in the United States, you can make out a check or money order to J. Shutt, and it will be for $28. If you're out of country, it would be $35. And you send this in an envelope to Post Office Box 581, Interlochen, Florida, 32148. Okay, now we're going to get a review, as we usually do, of the last 2 lessons. And lesson 39, we have silent E words. And students, I'd like you to say these words before I do. Care, dare, mare, fair, flare, tore, store, bore, more, score. Let's put a little more light on the subject. Ire, fire, tire, higher, mire, dire, cure, pure, use or use, fuse, cute, flute, blue, true, clue, glue. And teachers, if you think students need to review these again with you or some of them, go ahead and press pause and do that. Now we go to a review of lesson 40, where Y can make some vowel sounds. It can make the long I in short words like buy. Well, I'll let the students read these before I do. By, my, try, fly, cry, dry, sky, fry, silly, Sally, Billy, Betty, Tammy, Sammy, tummy, yummy, funny, penny, Benny, jumpy, lumpy, sticky, Ricky, Vicky, sloppy, floppy. And Y can also make the short I sound I in these words. Jim, Lynn, Flynn. When I went over this lesson the first time, I forgot to remind teachers to do a spelling test, and I had picked out some sample words that I'd use for my spelling test. So if you didn't do that and you'd like to do that, go right ahead. And also, if students need to practice some of these words, you can have them practice at the same time. Those teachers who are new to the program, you're going to find out that Jay forgets to remind you to do certain things. But when you've been in the program for a few lessons, you know the routine. And so you realize, yep, Jay forgot to remind us to do such, and then just go ahead and do it. So, teachers, press pause. And I just realized, here I forgot something. This just demonstrates what I was talking about. And hopefully you can see Vicky over here. And now you can see these last words, so students, unless you got photographic memories from the last lesson, these words are Jim, Lynn, Flynn. Now, teachers, you can press pause and take care of what you need to take care of. The true and false that went with lesson 40 are here. Have the students read these to you. I think I've got lumpy glue visible. I think everything is visible. So go ahead, teachers, press pause and have the students read these to you. All right, now we're into our lesson of the day, lesson 41, where G makes the J sound, the J sound, if it comes before I, E, or a Y that has a short I sound. So we have examples of that, where G comes before a Y making the I sound, Jim, and Jip. Gyp means you cheat somebody out of something. In other words, you give them less than what it's worth, or maybe you can get them to give this, whatever it is, to you by making them think it's worthless or whatever the trick is. But gyp is to trick somebody out of something that's much more valuable than what the person has offered. Okay, now the G comes before an E, short E, and we've got the G making the J sound, gem. And I've mentioned before, a gem is like a precious stone, diamond, ruby, emerald. And then this one, the G comes before the I, which makes the short I sound I, and the word is gin. Now, gin can be short for engine, or it can mean an alcoholic drink. Gin. All right. Teachers, press pause, have the students say these words. And now, teachers, I'd like you to press pause again and have a spelling test on these 4 words. Shouldn't take long. Go ahead and do that. There's no true and false, by the way. Okay, the next lesson, lesson 42, is going to be very similar to lesson 41, except we're not going to deal with the letter G, we're going to deal with the letter C. And when C comes before an I or an E, or a Y that sounds like a short I, the C does not sound like it usually does, which is k, cap, but it sounds like an S sound, S. So we've got this word right here. It's not kitty, it's city. And this word is not Kent, it's cent. Like 1 penny, 1 cent. Those students, generally the younger students, who did the ABC song for a period of time, in that song, they sang C is K or S. They also sang that G was G or J. So they've been exposed to these 2 sounds for these letters, but of course they didn't have specific examples nor the rule. All right, we will get into the C rule before IE, or sometimes a Y, in lesson 42. See you there.